What is up, guys? Carolina Jackpot coming at you on Thursday morning. It is January the 22nd, 2026. And we've got an interesting few work days in front of us. We got a major winter storm headed to the southern part of the United States. And in my area, the upstate of South Carolina, we're going to get a mix of snow, a lot of freezing rain, which is going to turn to ice. That's what the model's calling for right now. 2 days ago, it was calling for a foot of snow. That's been tapered off to mostly ice accumulation and winter mix, which I would rather deal with the snow because we're going to get extremely dangerous travel and power outages, which, you know, nobody likes that. At any rate, this is a good scenario for us because we're going to sell a lot of Utz potato chips and snacks, Golden Flake pork skins and snacks, On the Border chips, Boulder Canyon chips, and all the other little brands that we service as well. So come along with me today. We're going to have a long work day. Our first stop is Publix. It's about 20 minutes away from here. We have some buy one, get one free items there. This is our major account. So hopefully they got hit really hard yesterday, and we'll do a lot of business in here first thing this morning. I will see you guys there. Yeah, we're pretty beat up. Buy one, get one free are destroyed. This item right here is actually on sale, buy one, get one free. And they don't have a sign on it, which is always annoying. So I'll have to go get that taken care of. This is not mine, but this shows you the carnage and the destruction. Those are mine too. We got a lot of work to do here. I'm gonna head up front and see what the display that I built on the Border chips looks like. It looks like they put some out yesterday because there's only 2 cases left on my backstock cart, and I brought in 12 cases yesterday. It looks like we probably sold some because they put some out. Anyway, that's good. There's even this stuff, man. We got a display here on top of the beer. It's down by registers 1 and 2. This is like one of the worst spots that you can have a display, but hey, you got to take what they'll give you, I guess. But you see, I mean, this should, in theory, be empty, and it would be if it were anywhere else in the store. Pick list is done. I got a decent amount of product on this truck today. It's not, I could get a little bit more on here, but it's really hard to maneuver around. I have to take all 4. I only ordered 4 cases of these buy one, get one free tortillas. There's only 2 left on my cart. I left, I think, 6 yesterday. So that means I put 4 out up front. They didn't have a sign on the shelf, so I just robbed one off my display and put it up there. Because, you know, I don't like not having signs on the shelf. I could have sold more from there. Yeah, they're going to have about a $900 order going in here so far today, which is pretty big considering I put that amount in here yesterday. There might be some people watching this video that do Frito-Lay say, well, I put 4 times that in there on a normal day. Yeah, we know that. We know you own the world, but this is a good order for us. It's also a good order for Utz. All right, we emptied that truck out pretty good. Or pulled a decent load out of it anyway. Didn't empty it out. We don't need to empty it out right now. It's a pretty decent sized load here. Forget what the name of these trucks are, but they can fold down from hand trucks into a cart. I ordered them off Amazon a couple of years ago. I can't remember the name of them, but these things are an absolute beast. They'll take a beating, but carry a lot of product too. They come in handy. These have been a game changer, an absolute game changer. I had a little small set of hand trucks before, a little black set. Yeah, they didn't work too well. Kind of limited on that, but yeah, I got interior lights in there, but I don't know what happened. Probably about 6-8 months ago, took the truck into the shop to get it fixed for shit, what was wrong with it? Spark plugs. And I get it back and then that don't work, which, I mean, in order to get something fixed, you got to leave it. You got to take all your product off of it. You got to get it on a rental truck. And that's just not, it's a bridge I just ain't going to cross, you know. So I just use my phone for lights right now. Maybe one day they'll start working again. I've tried to figure it out. I can't, because this truck actually doesn't come with a manual for the trailer. It comes with a manual showing this Ford Econoline as being a van. So yeah, that don't work out too good. I left my handheld sitting on the truck, but that's okay. It's gonna be a few minutes before I can actually check in, because I've gotten myself stuck behind this one particular vendor, and it takes him for freaking ever to check in, forever, because they have to scan every piece of his product. They have to scan one of everything he has, which that ain't his fault. I mean, that's just the way that particular system is set up. He just takes longer. Yeah, it's aggravating. All right, not too bad. We're here just a little over an hour. That was a pretty big order. Display up front is full. We're ready to rock and roll and move on to the same store. I've also got back stock here 1, 2, 3, 4 cases of those tortilla chips that are buy one get one free. Possibly towards the end of the day, I'll stop back by here and work through this cart, try to fill my back stock. But there's no guarantees I'll be able to get here. All right, our next stop is Walmart, and as you see, they're doing excuse me, some kind of construction here. I don't know exactly what they're doing back here, but this place is the shits. A long walk back here, but you can't park anywhere down through here, which you normally would be able to, or on the other side of that there Red Bull truck. So I mean, I can't be blocking this either, because other trucks can't get through. Now this Walmart is not the busiest Walmart out there, but they've given me a display, and they told me I could put whatever I wanted to on there for Super Bowl and March Madness. So I put some snack items on there that I actually sell here. Some pork skins. Actually, we have some Mexican chips that we sell. Yeah, I put it in here too. And they seem to do pretty well. So we'll see what the damage is here. There's a little bell up there. It doesn't work though. It hasn't worked for like a month. These are mine too. This is actually not an UTZ product, but we're distributing them. But they sell pretty well in some stores. It's a heavy Hispanic thing. I have one store that I have them in, and I need to really pull them out of it. Don't really sell. There's our actual section. It's kind of torn up. Just kind of surveying the land here. The Frito-Lay's destroyed, so I know mine is going to be cheese balls. I need to get a ladder and pull some of those down too. Here's my display, and yeah, it looks to be pretty wrecked. Mexican chips are, we sold some. It ain't too bad, we'll get it quick. All right, a decent size load going in here. Gotta carry my little baggie in here with me too, because we have to send the order in electronically through here. This is an absolute mess. They got the shit all blocked up. Now people got to work back here. I understand you got stuff to do, but I don't know. Why is it whenever you see people doing construction, there always seems to be like one or two standing around doing absolutely fucking nothing, but like holding up the wall or something, or like sitting there holding a shovel. It's weird. Alrighty, that'll do for this one. I'll be back here again on, well, I'd like to try to hit it again on Saturday. Got those filled up. But I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. I really don't. I've got them jammed on this thing, kind of sloppy, but it's full. I want to make sure it's packed out because, like I say, I don't know if I'll be able to be back here Saturday or not. We don't know. I'm gonna try my best, but the girl back there at the back already told me she probably wasn't gonna be able to get here if it was bad. These folks aren't gonna break their neck to get to these stores to do this stuff. They're just absolutely not. I know from experience, so better get it while we can. All right, let's get on down the road. We're going to another Walmart next. It's about 5 miles up the road. Now, like I said, this Walmart has been pretty good to me, giving me displays and that. And I've done pretty well with them, merchandising them for what they sell. This one's in a kind of a heavier Hispanic area. So they sell things that their product mix is a little different than what it normally is. And unfortunately, we just don't carry a whole lot of products at Utz Quality Foods that really caters to that. Other than like those little chips you saw on those side clip strips. The longer I can keep this display in, I'm probably going to let one whole side of it settle down and do nothing but those on one side. Now we're only getting like $1 a bag on those or something, but you saw the Utz chips. They sell here, but it's not anything great. If you're selling 4 times as many of those little Mexican chips as you do those, even though they're a lot cheaper, you're still going to make more money on them. You're still going to bring in more, and your cost is still going to be higher. Sometimes, guys, it's about the fast nickels, not the slow dimes. A lot of people don't like that. They don't want to. A lot of people don't want to do the work that it takes to kind of build that way. But you gotta dance with the girl you brought to the prom. You know what I'm saying? Or if you came to the prom stag, you gotta dance with the girl who comes up to you. That's a better way of putting it. At any rate, they've been pretty good to me here. I'm going on to the next Walmart up the road. Now this Walmart, we've had a display in here before when Utz Quality Foods actually shipped Walmart shipper pallets of our chips back during the summer, which we don't make hardly anything on commission because it comes straight to Walmart off the Walmart truck. I know it's weird. Don't ask me. I can't explain it. Frito-Lay gets something like that too sometimes. But I would order to fill it up even after that. So finally the food coach, which is like the grocery manager, come up and tell me, don't fill that up anymore because we want to take it off the floor because we got to get this stuff up out of the back room. And I'm like, okay, well, our holiday stuff's coming in soon. You think we can do something with it? We'll see. Not right now because I've got too much here. And I bugged this guy 2 or 3 times, and I've even bugged the food coach who was there before him about a display for something. And I was working this Walmart twice a week, taking care of it. It was doing good business. It was the best Walmart that I have. And it still would be the best Walmart that we have, but they will not give you display space. And it's some kind of different excuse every time. I got to get my stuff out of the back room. We can't have vendor stuff out because we need more room to get our Walmart stuff out. Blah, blah, blah. And I get it. I've been on that side too. I was a store manager at Winn-Dixie for about 3 or 4 years. I was a store manager at Ingles Markets for 10 years. So and a co-manager for many, many years also, aside from being a store manager. So I get it. I know all about that stuff. But when you have the freedom and the leeway to let a vendor put some stuff in your store, you kind of should, because you're making good money off of it. But some of them, I don't see it that way. But I'll get this next Walmart, and then we'll go to Food Lion. There's another Walmart that I work that's in a town it's about 10 minutes from that Publix that we worked first thing this morning. And all I have in there is a display of chips out in the feature aisle. And it sells okay. It sells fairly well. I've been going twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays. I really need to go be able to work it today and fill it up. Unfortunately, that Walmart, they won't check you in after 11 in the morning. I don't know why, but they won't. And their normal cutoff time, I think, is supposed to be 1. But there's no way I can get over there this morning. So I'm going to have to go back to that Publix before I get done today and pull up and fill that stuff so I can go to that Walmart first thing tomorrow morning when they open at 5 and then get to the Publix. Because at Walmart, you don't, during a time like this, want to run the risk of having a display. You have a really good day or two, it sells down, it looks like crap, they yank it off the floor. Because it's hard to get them back. Because at the times that we normally work these stores, the food coach, who is actually the grocery manager, in any other food store, grocery chain, they call the grocery manager, but it's the food coach, same thing. You can't locate them, they're not there during that time when you work them earlier in the day, and it's really difficult to get put back in once they take something down or decide they don't want it anymore, you're not servicing it. So that said, I need to get in there and get it serviced, because I don't want to lose my stuff, you know. That's my money. That's how I'm paying my bills. How I'm making my money. That's how I'm stacking. That's how I'm filling a bag. And I want to fill my bag and make it as robust as possible. I love the word robust. It's a guy that I used to have as a regional at Rose's, Maurice Smith, a very dapperly dressed gentleman, used to call something that he liked that was eye-popping and catching, he'd call it robust. What are you looking at, woman? That look funny to you or something? Anyway, let me get in here and get me a drink so we can head on down the road. Story time's over. Guys, I bet this place is going to be absolutely empty. It's going to be empty. Look at this parking lot at this Walmart. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Does anybody work anymore? That's my question. That's my damn question. Does anybody work anymore? Where do all these damn people come from? God almighty. I bet there ain't nothing on the shelf here. Last time I worked this store was Saturday. So like I told you, I should have probably worked it Monday, but I don't know that they would have sold down that much by that point. And like I told you, they don't really take care of me on the display end. So, I mean, I'm not telling you I don't take care of them or I don't care about them, but I'm not breaking my neck to service them first, if that makes any sense. But I still want to make sure it's taken care of, obviously. So let me get on in here to this Walmart, Stingy Mart, and see what they got going on. Stingy Mart. Easy up. That's our section up there, and it's wiped out. I got a little bit of top stock though. I'm gonna get up on this ladder and get that down, and then we'll write order. This one shouldn't take too long to work. Everything I'm bringing in here, except for a couple of items there, are full cases. Much easier to get an order together for the store when it's just 2 cases. This one won't take too long. The good thing about most Walmarts is you've got a top stock up above your regular shelf where you can put extra at, and everything on this list except for a couple of items is full cases. Much easier when you're just pulling full cases and throwing them out, throwing them on the cart, taking them in and checking them in and getting them out. Digging through these boxes, packing it up into another box and condensing it down with other items is pretty time consuming. That's what takes up the most of my time, honestly, aside from driving. These little top stock carts come in handy here at Walmart. As I can get in here and get this thing on the shelf, it's going to be virtually impossible to move in here before long. It is absolutely going to be bonkers. I'm telling you guys, that was insane. With the amount of product I just put in there, there's a good chance with that number of customers that's in that store today, we may sell everything that I put on the shelf today. And I don't know if you noticed it, to the left of our Utz chips, one good thing about where we're positioned in Walmart's, it's right beside their private label chips. I mean, right beside it. And they were totally empty, gone. I don't know when they get a grocery truck in. I assume they probably get a couple a day. And I don't know when they stock. Most of their stock is done on 3rd shift. But I'm loading this truck to the hilt today. When I get done, I'm taking a gamble. I'm probably going to come back here early in the morning and work it again, because there's a good chance that if it's still empty, the private label merchandise that is, that ours will be empty too, and I'm going to fill it slam full, and I'll probably bleed some stuff over into that section. This is what it is. At times like this, they don't care. They just want some product on the shelf. This is the time. This is our time. This is when we make our money. So on to Food Line now. We're gonna see what we got here. We were on sale in the store last week with the buy one get one free, and I have a little bit left over. I was hung with on a couple of display shippers up front. It's probably all gone today. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna find here. This store is not one of the busier Food Lines I've ever worked, but once again, the manager here works with me pretty well. He gives me extra display space. We've got a display bunker in the back of some popcorn and some big bags. It's $5. We've also got our pork skins on display here, 2 for $3. Those aren't called out in the Food Line sales plan, but they let me do them here. So we'll see what we got. Hopefully this store's destroyed too. And after that, it's going to be time to get into working some convenience stores and the Dollar Generals. Dollar Generals, I'm kind of worried about working. Not really worried about working, but at times like this, when you got weather coming in and you're packed with customers, and they'll be packed with customers too, for a Dollar General. There'll be a lot of customers in there. In fact, if I was sitting at home and I needed to go get some groceries to make it through the next few days, if I didn't need any specialty items and I had one close to me, I'd go to the Dollar General and get them instead of having to get out in this mess to go to Walmart or one of your other grocery stores. So they'll be busy. And guess what? They'll probably have one person working, which is what they always have. Someone brilliant at Dollar General decided to take their self-checkouts away about a year ago because of shrink. I get it. They were losing money. People were stealing through the U-Scan registers. I hate this intersection. Thing is, they didn't add any additional hours to their schedule to make up for the loss of the self-checkout. So that means the one person who's working, who has to stop, clean, check you in, also has to check out the customers. And that can be very time consuming. I went in and worked about 4 or 5 of them on Thanksgiving Day, thinking I'd slide in there, slide out, and get it done pretty quick, because I was kind of behind because it's Thanksgiving week. We had some other stuff on sale, and they got a little bit behind. No, it didn't, because there was one person working yet, and they were extremely busy on Thanksgiving morning, and one of them I had to wait about 30 minutes to get checked in, which is ridiculous, because it doesn't even take 30 minutes to order and work the product there. So you do run into some roadblocks sometimes, and you just got to deal with them the best way you can. That's sold down pretty well, but I got 2 cases of that on the truck. Not everybody has that. $5 for that thing. It's the size of a pillow. It sells good. This is hammered, but it's not too awful. Another huge order. I think we're going to end up running out of product. Running out of product that, the product that means something. In fact, I get that. I mean, some of the oddball stuff will probably still be left over, but and not being real conservative on what I'm putting into these grocery stores, meaning that I'm not holding anything back. I'm leaving a little bit of back stock. So, this is a big order for this store, especially when they're not on sale. And they're busy in there. I mean, it's not packed like Walmart was. And that was getting a little bit scary in there. But this is not like that. Actually, I like days like that from my grocery days. And when it's really, really busy like that, you're getting your shit kicked in, it's actually kind of fun. But some people don't like it. Some people do, I guess. But it's going to be a huge order. take a look at it when we're done. All right, let's get this one done. This store I have to scan out my damages before I can bring anything new in. We got a couple of cases of popcorn, 3 cases of tortilla chips, Boulder Canyon stuff for the end cap, some pork skins for up front for the barrels, and some chips that I'm going to put on those displays I was telling you about from last week. I'm just going to go on ahead and fill them on up. Their regular price, which is $3.99, still yet with their MVP card, it's still considered on sale. It's just not in the ad. Yeah, we're gonna be hurting for some products when I'm getting done today. But hey, it's all right. We got more back at the warehouse. That's what I'm doing right now. It's one of the biggest time drainers I have. Is when I forget something that's on the invoice. I forgot to get the cheese balls and the scoop tortilla chips, which we discovered when we were checking in. We're 15 pieces short. 6 and 9 is 15. We gotta go do that. That's a time drainer when you do that stuff. Well, yeah, unfortunately, back there at the food line, I left my phone on the video mode, not recording a video though, in my pocket, so my phone was hot. In other words, it died on me when I went to record the finished product. But you know, I drifted, it looked good in there. I really need to go back to it again tomorrow, to be honest with you, but I ain't gonna be able to. I have another food line across the way over there, a couple of miles away from here, that I last worked on Tuesday, which is its normal day to be worked. I really need to work it today, honestly, but there's not going to be enough time. She cuts off at 11 o'clock. It's 10:45. And, yeah, I don't know. So we're going to go inside. This is kind of a unique stop. This is the Flowers thrift store for the day-old bread. Y'all ever heard of those kind of stores? We actually have product in here. We have a section in the Flowers bread store. I just worked it last week, but, you know, I got to thinking, bread, it's about to be bad weather and everything else. I bet you they bought some chips in here, so I'm going to go in here and see what's popping. It might not be a huge order, but I think it's worth going in here and checking out anyway. It's about a $230 order. Fun fact, those little 10 count varieties, we have the cheapest price anywhere on those. Lost my load. Regular price anyway is in this particular store, $5 a piece. That's an everyday price. They're going to be that all year here in the Flowers thrift store. There aren't a lot of these stores around, but maybe you have one close to you. Don't know. They seem to like chips here pretty much better than anything. Well, we got some really, really good pricing. If you saw it in there, they're 2 for $6 for the family size bags of chips, 2 for $4 on the pork skins, 2 for $6 on the pretzels and the Boulder Canyon stuff, or not Boulder Canyon, on the border chips. That's really good. Looks like we've done a little bit of business here. Let's check this. Also got a little display of 2 for $1 chips, which is going to need a little bit, and this, which hasn't sold a lot. I normally will pick this up and take it over to the pork skin section and fill from this to rotate. Unfortunately, I couldn't show you the finished product in the Flowers bread store either because there was too many people in there. It's like probably 6 people milling around, and that's a lot for that store. They're in there cleaning that bread out. Some old man walked in there. Y'all got a loaf of bread? She's like, we don't have any loaf of bread. Dude, they're not going to have any stales to bring back because people don't understand how it works. I know. The bread people bring their stales back to the sales center there, and their stales get taken out to the day-old bread store there in the front, sell them, and that place is going to be, they're going to be hard pressed the next couple of weeks. There ain't going to be nothing in there, and I won't do any business in that store after this is over with. So people's not going to be in there shopping it. There's not going to be any stale bread.
Everybody's buying up what's in the store. There's Dave's Killer Bread, and there's wheat bread out there. Buy you some of that. Ain't nothing wrong with getting something healthy every once in a while. I know. I'm not one to talk. My belly's just a little bit big. My hiney's just a little bit too big. But I do enjoy wheat bread every now and then. If I'm going to do this vlogging stuff much more, I'm going to have to come out with a better recording device, I would think, or a backup recording device, because I keep leaving my phone on and getting hot, and the battery keeps running out and going dead. It died on there too, in my pocket. I did an update on my phone 2 nights ago. I don't know if any of y'all have got it. It's the iPhone, what do we got, iPhone 15, I think. It had an update, and now since I've done that update, well, you know it, my battery's dying a lot quicker than what it did. They do this shit on purpose. They absolutely do. They do all these upgrades and stuff, which I didn't need. They're confusing to me to look at. I don't like them. That's why I usually don't do these updates, but I said, fuck it, I'm going to go on ahead. And I went ahead and did this update. And dang if my battery's not dying quicker now. And they do this to keep themselves in business. So you'll keep going out and buying new phones. When the economy gets, a little stagnant, things start creeping up in price, people are holding back their money a little bit, they'll do things like this to you to kind of force you to have to go spend money. I'm not doing it. I will not do it. I've had this iPhone 15, whatever, for 2.5 years. Got it October 2023. This particular device I got in June of 2024 because I broke my other one. I actually put it in something right here that was a side pocket in this truck. Right when I first got it, I didn't know it was not a side pocket. It was actually a little slot where the dash fits into the door. And yeah, that phone just wasn't no saving it. So I had to file it on insurance, and they sent me a replacement. So I don't really know how old this one is. It's probably about the same age as my other one though. And the phone worked just fine. So it didn't need an update. I don't need a new phone. Don't need none of that. Not right now. It still takes pictures. It takes video. I can talk on it. I can text on it. I can watch YouTube on it. I can listen to a podcast on it. I can watch porn. I can, watch other stuff on it. I don't need it. I don't need another one, so I'm not going to. So you can keep on throwing all the updates that you want to try to slow it down and kill the battery life and force your users to want to buy another phone. Not doing it. Absolutely not. So we're going into Dollar General now. It doesn't look like they're very busy. I didn't know whether these stores would be real busy or not. They weren't yesterday. The Dollar Generals yesterday that I went to were, just like normal everyday business. This one doesn't appear to be busy either. There's like 3 cars in the parking lot, and that's like what they usually have here. This is a new Dollar General too, by the way. It's been open, I don't know, 6-8 months. And it started to grow a little bit, I thought. But then the last time I came, it didn't look like they sold hardly anything. So, I don't know. It's been 2 weeks since I've worked it. We're going to run in here and see how this one looks and get it taken care of. Looks like we've done a little bit of business here. Let's check this. Also got a little display of 2 for $1 chips, which is going to need a little bit. And this, which hasn't sold a lot. I normally will pick this up and take it over to the pork stand section and fill from this to rotate. I fully expect customers to be coming in here when they find out this place has milk and bread, because most of the other places don't, or they have very little. These chips are supposed to be 2 for $6 if you buy 2. So I'm going to go up front and buy a dill pickle and a honey barbecue to see. But last week they were ringing up incorrectly at 2 for $7. All right, on our way to another Dollar General. As I was telling you about there, we had a problem with our chips and our pork skins. Our pork skins in there are $2.25 or 2 for $4, but you got to buy 2. Our potato chips are $3.50 or 2 for $6, but you got to buy 2 to get them for $6. I guess 2 weeks ago, I was in one of my stores and they had taken all my signage and stuff down off the shelves, and had taken my sign off of my little pork skin spinner rack there. Told me it was ringing up regular price. Checked and it was. Went to another Dollar General, checked, same thing. So still yet, I didn't remove the signs or anything from that one because they hadn't noticed it, and I didn't know what it was, just a glitch or whatever. I let our office manager know about it. He passed it up the chain. It's taken 2 weeks, and finally today, Dollar General has finally gotten it fixed because I bought 2 bags of chips back there, and they did ring up 2 for $6 when I bought the 2. It's annoying because you go in these stores and they've taken your signage down off the shelves, which they got to do because, I mean, the things are ringing up wrong. But, like, take the signage down, let's put it to the side and say, hey, let's hold it for that vendor because he'll know what to do with those signs or something. Instead, some dingling just probably working second shift or something just yanks them down, throws the stuff away, and that's annoying because you got to go back, find new ones, and replace them. That store back there had done that. But I had some in my truck that I had taken down from the first store, so I just put those signs back up. Anyway, that's my little rant about that. Now we're on my way to another Dollar General. This is kind of out in the boonies, really. I usually come here every week. I wasn't able to get it last week. We had buy one, get one free last week in Publix and Food Lion. So that took a little bit of extra time, and henceforth I just wasn't able to get to this one. I like to work it every week because it does okay business. Plus, I just like coming here. I don't know why. I just do it's up in the country. I can get away from everything. There's another Dollar General probably 2-3 miles away from that one that I normally do every week that was worked last week. I don't know if I'm going to get it today or not. I might have to skip it because I got to go to Easley, which is where the Publix is, and I'll have to go through that Publix backstock again, as I was telling you. And there's a Dollar General there that I need to work. That was last worked, not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before. Another store I try to do every week, but just not able to always get it every week. We're only required to work these every 2 weeks. Some of them need to be worked every week, though, because they're just busy stores. But it is what it is. Sometimes you ain't going to get to it every week. And it's good to have that flexibility. But I also don't like to lose sales. I know I need to work one every week where when I'm going after 2 weeks, there's a bunch of empty holes. There's a bunch of empty holes that's telling me I'm losing a lot of sales there. Because I don't know how long that empty hole has been there. Now, if the product is just low or it's halfway gone, then yeah, probably don't need to come every 2 weeks. It doesn't hurt to go in all of them every week. But that's just really not possible to do when you've got as many of them. I have 25 of those on this route, and they're spread all over. I mean, they're in like 3 different counties, so getting to all of them every week would be absolutely impossible. When I have to work our convenience stores, Spinks and QT, those I got to work every week, and I've done most of those for this week. Got 2 more Spinks stores that need to be worked this week. 3, I'm sorry. Those will be done tomorrow, unless I can get one this afternoon. Y'all tired yet just from watching this? Because I'm tired, getting worn out. I've already done, it's 12:30, and I've already done a good day's business. Like one of my good days, I've done that much already in sales, and still got some yet. So this is going to end up being a damn fine week because tomorrow tomorrow's going to be a banger. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. So I'm going to load these grocery stores up with some backstock because if I'm able to get out on Saturday, I will go out in my personal truck and work the backstock if I can. If I'm not able to, I can't. I really don't want to put this truck on the road in really bad weather. I mean, yeah, if it was snowing or something, we just had a little bit of snow, or even, you know, a couple, 3 inches of snow. I don't mind driving this truck. I mean, this truck handles pretty good in that. I don't know how it handles in ice, and I ain't about to try to find out. I'm really not, because this would be an expensive tow. If this thing got put in a ditch, and if this thing wipes out and hits somebody's car, then you're talking about a lot of money that I don't have to have to shell out there. So we'll see how it all plays out, how this weather turns. I think it's going to be pretty bad, though. I really do. I was listening to old Uncle Lou today on his morning show, and I don't know where he heard the statistic from, but I believe it, that it was half an inch of ice on a power line is the equivalent of hanging a 500-pound dumbbell off of it. I believe it, because every time we've had ice storms here, power lines have gone down. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And I've heard people talking about this may be worse than Hurricane Helene. Holy shit. I mean, and it's cold too. That's the worst part. When Hurricane Helene came through, I mean, the temperatures were moderate. I think it was rather warm. I think it was like the low 80s. So we were just hot. I mean, but I'd rather be hot than freeze. This is not good. It's not good. Need to have means to build a fire or some way to stay warm in case this goes out. Anyway, on to the next Dollar General. We should be there in just a few minutes. Yep, you can definitely tell I didn't come here last week. It stinks to have to miss one of these stores. Look at all those sales opportunities lost. Empty. Ripple shelves, empty. Not good, guys. Not good at all. I mean, I'm only one person, but dadgummit. It's just tough. Tough. Whereas if I had come here and worked it last week, I mean, it wouldn't take long at all. Now we're going to have a huge order. That is not a bad order for a Dollar General, albeit it has been 2 weeks. Which, like I said, I should have been in here last week to get this, but I just couldn't. Not bad at all, though. This will fill them up. 2 cases of each of the best-selling pork skins. Stuff the extras down the middle of that display, and we'll just have to go from there. They're getting filled up today. Oh man, I think people are really going to hit stores like this tomorrow, and then if there's the precipitation comes, then they're gonna pile in places like this if they're even able to open. A lot of these stores ain't gonna be able to open because their associates just ain't gonna be able to come in to work. Grocery stores maybe so, but somewhere like this, man, we're up like on the edge of the mountains. It ain't gonna happen, brother. I swear, I'm going to leave this phone out here to charge the whole time I'm working this next one. So we'll have a little bit of charge to it. That damn thing died again. I was trying to show y'all the finished product in that Dollar General. But, you know, I mean, you've seen them all if you've seen one of them, but I like to show off my work. You know, the one Dollar General I was contemplating on skipping, I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and work it because it's busy, and I know that if I don't next week, I'm gonna run into that same mess that I did back there with like an almost $400 order that takes forever to put up. So I mean, I might as well just go in here and knock it out. Heck, it might be blown out anyway.
Yeah, because this store does do some business. So let's go on ahead and get in here and get them took care of, man. Can't be lazy today. Can't be lazy. We gotta chase that bag while that bag is out there to be chased. The store was not too bad, but there's some holes there. There definitely would have been some holes there if we had not come today. So yeah, this is about a $150 order. It won't take me 5-10 minutes to throw it up, and that's protecting our sales a lot, guys. It's helping us out tremendously. There we go. Looking much better. And our little port rack up front looks good too, but I'm not gonna run up there and put the camera in somebody's face. Starting to drag quite a bit. Yeah, one more Dollar General store to work. And that last convenience store that I needed to work today, as is often the case, I believe we're gonna push that off to tomorrow morning. I did go in there and get a, what did I do this morning? I got some gas before I got to the Publix, and it wasn't in horrible shape. So we're gonna see what's popping here with this one, and then that's gonna have to be it. As you can see, they've covered up all of my 2 for $6 things. I took my damn signs down. I hope I didn't throw them away, but I'll inform them this stuff is running up right now. Okay, so the manager here is pretty nice, and she has saved the signs and all that for me to put back up because she knew there was something wrong with that. So, hey, that's a pretty good deal. It's good when the manager gets a hold of stuff like that and they don't, just throw all your crap away. As opposed to one of the nighttime people, like I said, that probably toss it away without even thinking about it. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. Let's get this done so we can head over to the warehouse and load our order up. Yeah, one more thing to do before we can go get some product for tomorrow. I gotta swing by this Publix real quick and fill up those displays. I don't want to do this. I'm tired. I want to go because this is gonna slow me down probably another 20 minutes or so. Now I'm afraid I'm gonna get caught in traffic on the interstate as opposed to right now. Maybe I wouldn't, but man, I'm telling you, it's all about pushing and maximizing these sales. If we don't try to grab them this week, I don't know when we're going to be able to get them again. So we want to get down here and get it filled up because we want it's going to sell. I mean, whatever we put out is going to sell today and tonight, and I want to be able to bring in more tomorrow. So that's what we got to do. See you there. Holy fudge, guys. What in the blue hell is going on here on this road? Oh, Jesus. Why is that backed up like that? That's backed up all the way to that traffic light way up there. Good Lord. Oh, boy. People are going nuts. They're absolutely going nuts. I just need to turn up there where that yellow sign is, get back behind this store so I can park. Go in the back door. They leave it open all the time like that. Oops, I better not have told everybody that. It's only for vendors, only for the vendors. Sorry, cut that part out. The display up front is going to take all these tortilla chips, and the shelf has gotten destroyed. Oddly enough, they hadn't bought a lot of the tortilla chips off the regular shelf. They bought more of just the regular size tortilla chip. It's weird. I don't know. We'll get it done real quick. Holy moly. That was the water section. Gosh. This is going to be another huge order tomorrow. I love it. You absolutely got to love it. Oh, good old Interstate 85 North. Gotta love it. You gotta love it. This is every day. It's every day. I'm surprised that it's not worse, to be honest with you. I'm only about 16 minutes away from our warehouse right now, and 11 miles away. So this apparently is going to clear up pretty quickly. We shall see about that. All right, guys, well, I am back in our warehouse. I'm going to load up for tomorrow. First, I'll have to kind of clean the truck up a little bit, but I mean, there's not a lot left to clean up in this truck. Remember what it looked like this morning? I mean, we're about empty. And normally I'll take an inventory and all that stuff before I load. I ain't doing none of that today. I'm just grabbing and loading, and I'm gonna fill that sucker slam full. Stay tuned. It's gonna be a big one. Well, we all loaded up and ready to go, guys. That's double stacked, back to front. Can't even hardly move in there. I'll have to go to that Publix first thing in the morning and get rid of all those tortilla chips. There's 14 cases. That's all we got, and there ain't gonna be no more. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed that little trip with me today. It was long. I went on off some tangents, but I think you got a good idea of how this stuff works. This is interesting. It's a pretty cool job to have. It is hard work. It is long hours, especially when you have an event like this, but this is where you make your money. So you got to just keep pushing. You got to push through, and you'll make pretty good money. Anyway, I'll see you guys later on. Have a good one. Peace. I'm out.